Congressman Anthony Weiner's Twitter controversy is still trending. He tried once again to move on about this yesterday.
Didn't work. This whole mess may be a lesson for Congress. Call it Social Media 101. Joining us now is Emily Heil. She is a political reporter for Roll Call. Emily, good to see you. What's going on, man? Is there a chill on Twitter in Washington? Is nobody tweeting right now?
Some Twitter jitters, radio silence.
How's this going over?
Well, people haven't stopped, tweeting. They certainly haven't. I don't think they're going to. But I think this has been a little bit of a wake-up call to members of Congress. Yesterday, a representative from Twitter sent an email to members of Congress giving them some tips. I mean, really common sense stuff, things they can do to protect the security of their accounts.
Wait, let me guess. Top of the list, don't tweet pictures of your underpants.
I think our mothers could tell us that better than Twitter could tell us that, yeah. But really common sense stuff like changing up your password, being aware of who has your password. Those are the common sense things that people need to look at. But I think that this controversy is making people think twice before they hit send. It's making them think twice about the content and the security of their account.
Now, in some cases, there are firms that do this for people. So you think you're reading a tweet from, your congressperson, but it's really a strategy or a public relations firm. Are people on the Hill starting to get concerned about just who has access to their accounts?
Absolutely. That is definitely a concern. And sometimes it's a staffer who does the tweeting. I mean, you can often tell when it seems a little too on message, and you can really tell when a member is being authentic, when they're using their own voice. And when they have these personal accounts that are not their official accounts, then they are supposed to be the only one who touches that account. They're not supposed to have a staffer doing that because that's using public resources for what's essentially a personal account.
I have to say, though, here at CNN and a lot of major corporations, this luxury about personal versus work accounts almost doesn't exist in terms of the rules that you're supposed to abide by. So somebody here can't say, well, I tweeted that from my personal account. That's not my official account. We work for CNN. We're responsible for anything that comes out of our accounts.
No doubt, and clearly this would have been okay, right? This picture would have been okay if it was just a personal account for someone who didn't matter or who wasn't in the public eye, but because of their position, it becomes an issue. But the sort of church-state separation going on with Twitter accounts for members of Congress is that you don't want to mix up your official congressional business with your campaign business, because what they don't want to have happening is public dollars going to fund races. So really the personal account is a way of taking it out of both of those categories. It's not your official business, it's not your campaign business, but it's your personal business. But now this gets really complicated because when you have an official Twitter account, you only can Twitter about or tweet about official business. You're not supposed to talk about your personal life, but it gets into really gray areas because you can't talk about going to dinner with your family and gosh, the burger is delicious. But if you say, going to dinner with my family at Bob's Diner back in my district, boy, the burgers are delicious, it becomes official business because you're promoting a local business, and that's part of your job. So it gets into these very strange gray areas.
Emily, it's so interesting because they try to use Twitter to be more, I guess, closer to their constituents. So they're trying to be kind of more homey and show their real side, but at the same time, wow, I mean, this really, really is a big problem for Anthony Weiner. I mean, I wonder if they're going to reel it in now and they're going to be less personal, or to try to show less of their personal side.
But the thing is, these rules that Emily's talking about, these are the old franking rules. The reason they were in place is so that you're not using government money to send postage.
It sounds archaic.
It's about mailing things. There's no cost to using Twitter.
Right. It's about postage, but then it becomes about government resources. Like, is the phone that you're using to send these messages, was that bought with taxpayer dollars? What about the staff time that's used to tweet? That's paid for with taxpayer dollars. So these rules are very archaic. They've been revised, but clearly it doesn't quite keep up with the technology. And this is something that I think Congress is going to be grappling with, in terms of the rules, but also in terms of the personal. Sure.
Thank you so much, political reporter Roll Call. We have to cut in there because we do have an update on some breaking news for you.
We are hearing now.